Here comes a new challenger!
Hello there everyone, and welcome to Not Everyone Is Here, as Wirt would put it. I guess it does sound better, but I don't know. I really like emphasizing the not after everyone. But whatever, tomato, tomato, potato, potato, we'll just call it Not Everyone Is Here. It's the same series where we go over character or franchises that I feel personally, or that you may suggest in the comments below, that may have been done dirty, or feel like they should be in the game and just aren't represented for whatever reason, and should be, whether they deserve any form of representation, be it spirit or character or me costume, but they totally deserve more than what they got, if they got anything at all. And in this video, I'm going to be covering Sylux, one of the more interesting cases of a missing spirit who is not in the game, which is weird considering that apparently they had a separate team trying to find the most popular characters for spirits and to make, to essentially get a good spirit board list and to cover all bases. And yet, despite that, Sylux is not represented, which is very strange because Sylux, for those who don't know, going forward with the Metroid Prime series, is said to be the main villain. At the end of Metroid Prime 3, at the secret ending of that game, Sylux showed up on a ship, then dipped. In, I believe, Federation Force, he shows up at the end. So I believe in the DS game, he was also like the main villain of Metroid Prime, whatever, Hunters, was it? So, Sylux seemingly has been given this build up to be the next major villain, which is interesting. And despite all that, I mean, Sylux has nothing. It led to a lot of people speculating that he could have been a fighter in the game, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. After all, as far as we know, Metroid Prime 4 was supposed to release around that time. It could have been that they were saving him for a spirit. Of course, that never came to be, and we still have Sylux missing. For me, I do expect him to show up as a spirit when Metroid Prime 4 releases eventually, or is at least shown to us, to build up that hype. But seeing as how Sylux is planned to essentially be the next big villain, it kind of surprises me that the character hasn't shown up in the game in any way, shape, or form. To have like trophies and all this, but now you're suddenly forgotten about in Ultimate, it seems very strange. And so in my personal opinion, I do expect Sylux to show up in some form or another, be it as a character, a me costume, or as a spirit, but he's definitely showing up at some point, especially when Sylux had a trophy in Brawl. But yeah, I mean, he's clearly been disrespected, said to be the future villain, but we'll see what is the fate of Sylux going forward. With that all being said, leave your suggestions down in the comments below on what characters I should cover in future videos. Let me know what are your thoughts on Sylux, and do you expect him to show up at some point in some form? And with that all being said, let's get to 1,000 before the end of the year, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Take care of yourself. Peace!